The conquest of paradise. I mean, that says it all right there. They are invading paradise. What's Ishmael doing? Ishmael is invading paradise. Straight up. Straight up and down. Ishmael's invading. Using the Fort Wayne Treaty. 30 million acres. Illinois and Indiana. Turning Nagas against Nagas over who's going to keep what land. Slicing and dicing up paradise. And all these other treaties. Treaty of Greenville. Going with it, man. All this land, the Shawnee. They excluded the Shawnee from negotiations, and the Shawnee, you know, that's who Tecumseh's rocking out, the Shawnee, man. So they thought they can come over here because of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between Morocco, but I thought Morocco's being set up right here. Morocco and America, by the Wabash, by Illinois. Yeah, they set up Morocco right here in America. 1786. Then they migrated. 1786 treaty. Wow. Right in our face, man. (1785) they start migrating. 1786 they make the treaty. Get it? (1809) they take everything. 30 million. Then they start dancing around. Morocco. They made a deal with the devil because they're the more and more wars. Psalms 83 Confederacy. Ishmael and them, Edom and them, Moab and them. All right, they rocking with Noble Drew Ali. That's their prophet. Is that your prophet? Is he rocking with Tecumseh? What side would he be on in the more and more war? What side would he be on in the Cherokee War? Yeah, they've been at war at least 93% of the time, man. This is a war. This is a... They on wartime, man. They been in battle time. We just waking up. We've been knocked out. But in 1785, Jack, we still rocking and fighting in Indian wars. Barbary wars, barbar. Pirates, right? Pirate wars. Anti-piracy is anti-us. Because they calling us the pirates, right? And the wars kept going and going. Indian, Mexican, Texas, Indian, Seminole. Their whole time they've been at war with Hebrews in America. And we just waking up to it. We thinking we black from Africa. We've been fighting their wars the whole time. Fighting in wars, the Saracens, yada, yada. Because they think they can keep us in perpetual slavery and take the kingdoms, dukedoms, counties, principalities, dominions, possessions, and goods and give them to their successors. and call us the Saracens. When they know that these Saracens are the Hebrews, and Columbus is bringing a Hebrew interpreter, Louis Torres, to speak to these Hebrews. This convert speaks Hebrew on Columbus's boat, specifically to interpret conversation with you, conversation with the Arawak, the Taino, in Hebrew. Because you're the Saracen that they went to war against. Now they're in Nigeria, right? In Africa and the New World, they don't care. They bombing everywhere. Using the same template from the Papal Bull, Dum Diversus 1492. 1452, 1492, Columbus sails the ocean blue, and here we go. The conquest of paradise. Trouble in paradise. You read it, man. Make me sick to my stomach. Thinking about these Moorish treaties. Thinking about the treaties of Fort Wayne. 30 million acres, man. Sick to my stomach, man. Columbus had the misfortune on this trip of entering the doldrums, a dead space in the ocean where wind and ocean currents die and the heat is unbearable. After a little more than a week, the crew was saved by a southeasterly that pushed them westward. Changing course to the north prevented Columbus from discovering South America, but it did bring him to an island with 3 mountain peaks. Columbus named it Trinidad because it had the 3 peaks. Trinity, right? From here, they sailed into the Gulf of Paria. The Gulf of Paria is the Gulf of Mexico. Parias is Paris. God. They sailed into the Gulf of Paria and then to the coast of South America, which he named Tierra de Gracia. Seeing the huge amount of water flowing into the sea, the admiral believed that he had discovered a large landmass. The Orinoco River was the largest river any of the crew had ever seen. Columbus believed that the terrestrial paradise was at hand, since it was believed that all of the great rivers flowed from the Garden of Eden. How close Columbus came to realizing that this land was other than the fabled land of Marco Polo. In one report he wrote, "Your Highness will gain these lands, harbors and seas, Dum Diversus, which are another world." They found you in another world. I don't know how else to get this through to you, Nagas. You're not from Africa. They just found you in a new world, man. They went straight to find more worlds beyond the poles. They keep going straight to find more worlds without giving into the idea that he was someplace other than Asia. He did manage to report. Yeah, he knows. He knows he's in Asia Major. Oh, he's lost in India. He's not lost in India, man. He's in India Superior. He's in India Superior. They gave us half truth. Yeah. Oh, y'all gonna gain these lands which are another world without giving into the idea that he was someplace other than Asia Major. He did manage to report, "I believe this is a very large continent which until now has remained unknown." Mysterious. Paris, man. October 12, 1492, 2 hitherto unknown worlds met on a little island in the Caribbean Sea while on a voyage of exploration for Spain in search of a direct sea route to the Far East. Christopher Columbus unintentionally discovered the New World and 4 different voyages to the Caribbean from 1492 to 1504. The discoverer remained convinced, however, that he had found the lands that Marco Polo reached in his overland travels to China at the end of the 13th century. But China, my Naga, is right here. China is China. The land of the great Khan. To Columbus, it was only a matter of time before a passage through the Caribbean islands to the fabled cities of Cathay, Asia, Parias, Mexico, America. China is Cathay. Kapangu is Japan. Kapangu is Japan. Near Florida, boss. China, Cathay, Kapangu. Man, we got receipts on receipts. We getting mappy. We got cartography. So Cathay and Kapangu is China and Japan, and both of them are in America. Man, I said Cathay and Kapangu are China and Japan, and both of them are in America, man, because this is a map of America. As the way that China has men believed it to be in 1500. To the Europeans of this age, all land east of the Indus River was the Indies. Bang. Because he believed he had reached the Indies. India Superior, right? Columbus named the people Indians. Yeah, because he's in India Superior. Other contemporary adventurers, however, were not convinced that this was part of the old world. The Florentine explorer Amerigo Vespucci. We ain't named after no Americo. This is Makir Amari. Amari is Amari. America is Amaru. Amari. Makir. After whom Americas were named. Nah, it's the Amari. Makir Amari. Believed that this land was totally unknown to the ancients. Calalus. Shout out to Michael Rourke, who's gonna give us the drop on the Makir Davidic princes. Makir is Amor ben Amor. Yeah. Is Ameri. Naga, this is who reconquered the American empire of Calalus. We talking 775 AD. Sylvanus told Texas. Genealogy never connects this to Solomon the Builder. Sylvanus Bravo, which is where you're getting the Barbar. Swan Knights is the Barbar HaKazim. So when you look at the Barbary Wars, they're connected with the Barbar. Khan, the Barbar, means what? Swan, man. The Swan Knights. Sylvanus told Texas. That's where you get the Toltecs, man. Solomon the Builder connects with the American Empire of Calalus. Connects directly with the Amari, Makir, Theodoro. Wow, man, they turn all of us into colored, man. Shout out to NYTN. Let go.
Trying to pass as Indian to get around segregation laws. This was his theory. He called them mongrels. He called them near whites.